You ever feel like you're always checking up on your restaurant employees and they're never doing the things that you want them to do, or at least not on a regular basis? I've got a solution for you coming up. It's called Cadence of Accountability. The following video was filmed with a new camera and had a strange auto zoom feature turned on. So some of the shots are really, really close to my face. It's totally awkward and I'm sorry, but the content's worth it. Hey everybody, Ryan Gromfin, author, speaker, chef, restaurateur, founder of therestaurantboss.com and clickbacon.com. And in this week's video, I'm going to talk to you about something that is so crucially important. When I share this with clients, literally the next phone call we have, they say things like, that completely changed everything, or that's life-changing, or I can't believe I wasn't doing this before. But there's a reason they weren't doing it before, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But firstly, I want to make sure that you're a subscriber to our channel. If you are not yet a subscriber, click on the little icon below, subscribe, click on the bell to get notifications, and be sure to leave a comment here. The more subscribers we have, the more I can continue to share my message and bring you these weekly videos at no cost. So go ahead, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. But let's talk about cadence of accountability. So here's the thing. We're human beings. We're all human beings. We're lazy by nature. We're forgetful. We have our own personal agendas. And usually if you're the owner or the manager, your agenda is very different than your employee's agenda. So how do we get our employees to do the things that we need them to do? Maybe you're having trouble getting your restaurant closed properly or open properly, or getting the prep done, or all of the above, and many others that I'm not even listing here. But here's the thing. I often hear from managers, they say things to me like, well, I'm sick and tired of being such a babysitter for my staff. And my reply to that is always, you are a babysitter. That is your job. Almost literally, by definition, a manager's job is to babysit, to make sure things get done. But the challenge is that we focus on something. Like maybe as a manager, your owner says to you, this needs help. So then you work on that for a week and it gets better. But then the next week you go somewhere else and you go somewhere else. What you haven't developed is what's known as the cadence of accountability. I don't think we need to get into the definition of accountability, but let's talk about cadence really quick. The best definition I have for cadence, if you're not a bicycle rider, then you've probably maybe never used this word or heard of the word, but it's rhythm. In bicycle riding, think of it like RPMs in your cars. See, bicycles or, competition bikes like speed bikes, road bikes, have gears that you could change, obviously, if you're going up a hill or down a hill because it gets harder or easier to pedal. The idea, though, is that over a long distance, we don't want the cyclist to constantly be changing the rhythm that they're pedaling because they'll get tired too quickly and they won't make it to the end of the race, or vice versa. They'll have energy left in the tank when it comes to the end of the race that they should have used earlier. So bicyclists train on something called cadence, which is their rhythm for cycling. So they know how long they have that energy for. And then they use the gears to adjust. So the goal of a cyclist is to keep the same pedal going, the same pace, the same cadence, and then adjust your gears. So it's basically rhythm. I want you to think of accountability as rhythm. If you don't have a cadence of accountability as a manager or an owner in your restaurant, you're going to constantly be chasing after the things that you need to get done. But if you develop a cadence to your accountability to the things that are important to you, you'll start to see them getting done. So yes, your job is to be a babysitter. As an owner, your job is to babysit your managers. As a manager, your job is to babysit your employees. So get over it. And there is a link, I'll put it below this video, to a video that I did about a year and a half ago about just that topic of babysitting. But here's the thing. With this cadence, one of my favorite tips for owners or managers is set a reminder in your phone, right? We all keep a smartphone on us. So one of my managers, or one of the owners that I worked with, was having trouble getting his managers to close down the restaurant properly and make sure that their staff was doing the things they were supposed to do. We had the checklists in place. We've refined the checklist. The checklists are great, but the managers weren't checking out the staff. So what the owner did, because the owner would usually leave the restaurant about 8:30, 9 o'clock, but the managers and the employees would leave about 10:30. So at 10 o'clock, he set a reminder on his phone to go off, and he would call the manager every single night at 10 o'clock and just say, how is the closing going? and then would say something along the lines of, how's the closing going? Make sure, I noticed the walk-in was pretty messy, that we give it a little extra attention. And would you mind just sending me a picture of the walk-in before you go home? That's it. Just a 30-second phone call. How'd the night end up? Make sure that the walk-in gets some extra attention. How's the closing going? Will you send me a picture of the walk-in? And just by making that one phone call now, every single night he makes that phone call, his restaurant is spotless and all the employees are doing what they're supposed to be doing because he's letting the manager know this is important, don't forget to do it. And so now the manager is staying on top of the staff, and all it took was that 30-second phone call. Maybe it's financials or numbers that you need in your restaurant. You want to get your food costs on a weekly basis. Well, first question is, do you have the tools to do that? Second question is, what's your cadence? Do you expect those numbers to be on your desk every Monday or every Tuesday? And what are those numbers? Is it clearly defined? If you want certain numbers on your desk every Tuesday morning, then on Monday, send out a text message or an email or just a phone call or a quick conversation every single Monday with the people who are supposed to do this for you and just remind them, hey, hope you had a great weekend. Don't forget, tomorrow by 9 a.m., I want to have all those numbers on my desk. Just those simple reminders, that accountability, holding people accountable for the things they're supposed to be doing, will have huge effects on your business and your culture, which brings us to next week's video, which is going to be about how do you establish your culture, the culture that you want in your restaurant. So anyways, hope you love this video on the cadence of accountability. I hope it helps, and I look forward to bringing you another great video just like this next week. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to leave a comment. I want to thank you for watching that video. If you can do me 3 really quick favors right now, very quick. The first is, if you haven't already, will you subscribe to this channel? In a moment, some things are going to pop up on your screen, some buttons, and one of those buttons is going to be subscribe. So whether you're watching this on my channel or on YouTube or on your phone, just stick around for 1 second and you're going to see a big subscribe button. If you haven't already, could you please subscribe? 2, if you haven't liked this video, will you go ahead and click the like button? Actually, don't just click it. Will you smash that like button and tell the world that you really enjoy this? Because the way that I can continue to bring you all this great free training is for my message to expand, for more restaurant owners and future restaurant owners around the world to be watching this. And so the way to do that is to like my video. So again, if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a place for you to like it. Or if you're back on my website, there'll be a place for you to like that. So smash that like button for me. And then also, could you leave a comment? Ask me a question. I reply to all my comments as fast as I can, usually within about 24 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But go ahead and ask me a question, leave me a comment, tell me you love the video, tell me you'd like to see something else in a video. If you need more detail on a certain area, I can film other videos about that. But if you can go ahead in a couple seconds now, it's gonna come out. If you can subscribe, like, and comment, that would be great. Also, there'll be a spot in this little button coming out in a few seconds where you can download something for free. I'm always rotating that, so take a look at that, some free tools. But if you're new to my channel, if you've never seen my videos before, there'll also be a spot for you to watch a video that'll kind of introduce you to what I do here at the Restaurant Boss and at clickbacon.com and tell you about what we do and how you can get more involved and how you can get more free stuff and all that. So the buttons should be coming in by now. Go ahead and click on those and have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much.